Alright guys, so we are about to get one of the biggest updates to ever come out in Dragon Ball Legends called Supporters. Now, this most likely will get revealed on the next Legends information, which could possibly be this upcoming Tuesday because King Cold also comes out this Tuesday. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm very excited for Supporters because there is endless opportunities of what they could do and bring to Dragon Ball Legends, which we're going to be talking about in just one bit. Now, I want you guys to comment down below, what do you guys think Supporters will be? We are going to try to, I would say, predict or just kind of like talk about what this could be, right? Because all we have to go off of is the name Supporters. So I don't want to waste any time, guys. And by the way, if you do enjoy the video, as always, make sure you guys simply just like and subscribe. And as soon as we get info on this, I'll make sure to keep you guys updated here on my YouTube channel. So keep those notifications bell on. But let's get into it. So before I read the comments, because I did make a post here over on my X, I have two things I would love to see from Supporters. Okay, number one would be this. I would love for a little new tab when you're playing to be a specific character tab, which, for example, you have a Dende tab, and then as soon as you click on the Dende tab, there's like a cooldown. He comes in and he heals you, right, as a supporter character. So kind of like an item in Dokkan. Like Dokkan has items, right? So kind of like an item you can use in-game called Supporters. And I'll give you guys some more examples here. For example, like Dende healing, right, Piccolo. Or maybe a Bubbles. If you click on your Bubbles item, aka Supporters, maybe you get some more card draw speed because he's fast, right? Or for example, we have Baba, right, the fortune teller. Maybe as soon as you click on her supports item, right, maybe you reveal your opponent's cards in their hands. Maybe it shows what they have in their hands. I think that would be pretty cool. Or maybe it reveals your next card that's going to come up in your hand, right? These are just examples, but this would be pretty fitting for Supporters, right? And you guys can go on with different types of examples, but these are kind of like my, kind of like what I think would be pretty cool to see. There's so many things they could do, right? That's option number one. Another option is something kind of like what Dokkan does. You can take one of your characters' friends from your friends list. For example, I have Goresh as a friend, so I could take one of his characters and add it to a side bench as a supporter character, and he would Zenkai buff me. That's all it would be, right? So maybe like a Zenkai buff from your friends list. That could be a possibility as well, right? So there's endless possibilities, but like I said, I did make a post here over on my X page, and I want to read off randomly. I haven't read this yet, so I want to read what you guys have to say, right? Like, for example, here, this guy named Castle Z says something kind of like Marvel versus Capcom. I mean, yeah, like you click on it and then they just come in and do one quick move and then they, back out just to extend your combo. That can also be something very useful. That's kind of like an item that you would just hit. So there's not too much depth to it, although there could be, but yeah, I mean, this would be pretty cool. I'm pretty sure like the combos and the animations will look pretty cool as well. So let's just read off the comments here from the top. This guy named Random Dude, okay, he says it will probably be a thing where you have an extra character slot on your team where you can put a support which gives you extra buffs upon doing an action, like a supporter Super Saiyan Vegeta who distracted Cell while Gohan beam clashed with Cell. And then I went on to say kind of like an item. Yeah, kind of like an item. Like, for example, like he's using the Vegeta here, which he distracts Cell. Maybe you click on it, and then there's like a quick interruption, like an interruption type of character. This would be pretty cool to see. I don't quite get in terms of like everything explained in terms of details, but I kind of get it at the same time. But let's get on to the next one here. This guy named Jojo here over on my X, he says, maybe it will be something similar to Naruto Ninja Storm games, where you can call your support character to attack, defend, or even heal you with a cooldown once you call it. So kind of like I explained, kind of like an item type character. And he gives an example here from Naruto Clash, how they just come in and do their thing. And this is just from Goku and Bulma, not sure. Or maybe an item like a capsule from the Budokai games that gives you a boost of various types. This would be pretty cool, like capsules. something I tossed up a long time ago. Hear me out, guys. This is actually a pretty cool idea. This has nothing to do with supporters, but it'd be cool if there's like a cookie mechanic, kind of like DBZ Kakarot, which gives you boosts in game. I think that'd be pretty cool, like a little boost, like nothing too crazy, but yeah, that's just a little food for thought right there. This guy named Hitku says, a random idea I literally had a few minutes ago. Okay, let's read his idea he had a few minutes ago. So let's open up his post here and let's see what he has to say, because, you know, I actually really love reading your comments, whether it be on my X, my YouTube, but yeah. He goes on to say here, so Legends are introducing supports. I assume they're going to be something like assists in fighters, okay? So what if it's a metal cooler and supporters are other metal coolers? I don't know if I'm misunderstanding the mechanic, but this just came to mind. I don't quite get what this would be. I mean, of course, I get the metal coolers part, but I don't get what the function would be here. So, not sure what the function he's talking about. But yeah, this guy named Kakarot, he says, maybe they will work like a fourth battle member in the team if all three members are KO'd. If all three members are KO'd. Like a last man standing? I mean, maybe. I'm not sure. I understand the fourth battle member type thing, like an item type character, but not sure about the all three members being KO'd, because that's kind of weird. Snow Freeze 9 says, they are finally utilizing the girls tag as a background and cheerleaders for extra boost. Okay, I'm not gonna I gotta finish that. Okay, I'm gonna skip this because this makes no sense. That boy says, I feel like it'll kind of be similar to team ups in Marvel Rivals. I'm not quite sure, even though I do want to play Marvel Rivals, by the way, where you'll get special bonus abilities based on battle members or new bonus members being paired up with certain characters on your team. Example, if you pair supporter Cyberman to Nappa, Nappa gets a special ability. Yeah, I could see that. Perhaps they kind of do that already in terms of like special abilities. If you have like X amount of tags, you get a special ability, right? So they kind of do have that already, right? But yeah, this guy Omega Surge says maybe players can use an item like in co-op. Yeah, I thought about this, like an in-game item, but instead of revival drinks, it's sensu beans that will revive a defeated ally, but once per match, and players can only carry a limited amount of sensu beans in the battle. But who knows? I actually like this idea a lot. It's something similar that I mentioned in terms of like the whatchamacallit, like Dende healing, for example, right? Okay. Next up, this guy here says, I'm terrible with names, Nuji12. He says, maybe it will be similar to duo units, but instead of being two characters in one, it'll be something like other characters show up to aid you with stats and stuff. So he goes on to say, let's just say, or say like you're Goku, and maybe you get hit, and maybe you hit the green card, they can pop up and heal you one more time or something. Yeah, so everybody here has the same kind of like gist of it in terms of the items, like a side item of some sort. Now, something like I said at the beginning of the video, something else which would make sense is taking one of your friends' characters from your friends list and making him a Zenkai buff. That would also make sense. But guys, comment down below your predictions. I'll read your comments on this video. So comment down below, drop a like. Like I said, keep those notifications bell on, because we're gonna get like info on this very, very soon. So that is gonna wrap it up, guys. I'll catch you guys once again tomorrow morning for another video. Have a blessed night. Peace.